And we welcome you to Newton Volleyball. This is Martinez, your play announcer for tonight's game. We are back in Newton, Kansas, as the Newton Rebels with the Great Bend Bobcats. This is a game 4, a 5-game series. We had the night last night, and we will be playing here in Newton tonight, and we'll be in Great Bend tomorrow evening. Let's go through these skills so far. Standing so far for Bend, they are 7-1 as they have a .875 winning percentage. We're followed by the Genie Dogs, who are 6-2, tied for second place with the Derby Twins. They're followed by the Monarchs, who are 3-1, and the 3-1-6, who are 5-3, followed by the Hatesville Aviators, who are next opponents on Sunday, coming with a 6-5 record. And then Andale Warhawks are 1-6, followed by the Sunflower Seeds, 1-6, and the Newton Rebels coming in at 1-7. So the Newton Rebels get the second victory here of the 2021 season, and hoping that tonight is the night. One thing, we are here at home, and then we will be in Great Bend tomorrow evening. Here's the starting line for the game. First of all, for the Great Bend Bobcats, leading off playing center field, number 4, Alex Rogers. Batting second, and playing left field will be number 14, Dylan Lopez. Batting third and DHing will be number 21, Andrew Anguilla. Batting fourth and playing shortstop will be number 7, Zane Spin. Fifth and playing third base will be number 15, Nico Bombach. Batting sixth and catching will be number 19, Jet Forrest. Batting seventh and playing first base will be number 34, Micah Grover. Batting eighth and playing right field will be number 25, Tyler Henry. Batting ninth and playing second base will be 10, Noah Best. And pitching for Great Bend, number 13, Jake Kunzendorf. The Bobcats head coach is Roger Ford. Here's the starting lineup for Newton Rebels. Leading off and playing right field will be number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Batting second, number 1, Andrew Brotman. Batting third and playing first base will be number 3, Corey Mason. Batting fourth and playing third base will be number 23, Nolan Riley. Batting fifth and playing center field will be number 14, Trey Pinkett. Batting sixth and playing second base will be number 33, Nick Grade. Batting seventh and catching will be number 22, Connor Allen. Batting eighth and DHing will be number 18, Ryan Wallenberg. Batting seventh and playing left field will be number 7, Justin Barnes. And pitching for the Newton Rebels will be number 9, Rocco Armini. Armini will get his second start of this 2021 season. He got roughed up the first time out as he is 0-1. He ended up going 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, 11 runs, 8 earned runs. He had base on balls, and he struck out 5 as he comes in with an 18.00 ERA. Once again, he is pitching here this evening for his second start. And for the Great Bend Bobcats, Jake Kunzendorf has started one game, so this is his second start. He went 4 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run. He recorded 2 base on balls and 7 strikeouts. He is 1-0 coming into the this ball game and comes in with a 1.93 ERA. Once again, we welcome you, Great Bend Bobcats, against your Newton Rebels. We're going to take you out on field and for our national anthem.
Please stand as we honor our country today with playing the national anthem.
So once again, we welcome you back here to Newton, Kansas, as your Newton Rebels will host the Great Bend Batcats. Defensively for at first base, we number 3, Mason. Second baseman will be number 33, Grade. Shortstop, number 1, Brotman. Number 23, Riley. Left fielder will be number 7, Barnes. Center fielder, number 14, Wingett. Right fielder, number 20, Corrigan. Catching will be number 22, Allen. And pitching for the Newton Rebels will be number 9, Rocco Armini. Armini on the mound for the Rebels. Roger Ward is the head coach for the Big Bend Batcats, and the head coach for the Newton Rebels is Brett Clark. Armini doing just a little bit of dirt work out there before we get started. Once again, leading off for the Great Bend Batcats will be the center fielder, number 4, Alex Rogers. He'll be followed by Blomquist and Weah. We're about ready to get started here. His last practice throwdown will be Connor Allen. And that will bring up the center fielder, number 4, Alex Rogers. And we welcome you to Newton Rebels Baseball. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. Alex Rogers, the 5'11", 109-pounder from Barton Community College. His hometown is Omaha, Nebraska. Count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. That one missing. Rogers comes in batting .417 for the Batcats as he's appeared in 8 ball games. Has been up to about 24 times. Ball hits to the right-hand side. Moving back and not able to get to that is the right fielder, Corrigan. And Rogers will end up at third base with a triple.
Next up for the Batcats fielder, number 14, Dylan Bloomquist.
So Alex Rogers hits the ball down the line, and Corrigan not able to get to it as he did dive for it, but Rogers ends up at third base. We'll bring up the left fielder, number 14, Dylan Blomquist. So we have a runner on at third with no outs, and here's Rocco's pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. Blomquist is a 6'3", 190-pounder, freshman out of Temple College. His hometown is Belton, Texas. That one in there for call strike as the count now even up to 1-1. Once again, if you're just now joining us, Rogers started off the ball game with a triple down the right field line, and is now at third base with no outs. That one outside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Dylan Blomquist. Blomquist comes into the ball game batting .200 as he's appeared in 6 ball games. Has been up about 3 times, has 4 hits, and has scored 7 runs. That one misses as the count now moves to 3 balls and 1 strike. Rocco Armini, his second start of the season for the Newton Rebels. That one misses outside for ball 4. So we'll have runners on at first and third. That is the first walk given up by Armini with no outs. And that will bring up the designated hitter, number 21, Andrew Anwia.
Number 21, Andrew Anwia.
Anwia is a 6'1", 195-pounder junior at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. From Modesto, California. He comes in batting .357 as he's appeared in 6 ball games. Breaking ball in there for call strike 1. Nice pitch there by Armini. Has been up to bat 14 times, has 5 hits, has scored 2 runs, 2 doubles, and 1 home run. He does have a total of 7 RBIs. And a chance to get a couple here, or at least 1, depending on what happens. There goes the runner. That one is fouled off there by Winnie. So Bloomquist will head back to first base as the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. That one misses inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Nwia. See if the runner's going this time. The ball thrown over to first base. And back safely is Blomquist. Once again, if you're just now joining us, Rogers started off the triple, and Blomquist followed with a base on balls. There is runners on at first and third with no outs here in the top half of the first inning. There goes the pitch, and that one hits Nwia. So Nwia will now be on at first base. Moving over to second base will be Blomquist. And the bases are loaded now for shortstop number 7, Zane Spinn. A rough start here for Armini here in the top half of the first inning. First pitch to Spinn misses outside for ball 1. Spinn is a 6'4", 195-pounder from out of Temple College in Texas. Spinn comes in batting .296. That pitch misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Zane Spinn. Shortstop here for the Great Bend Batcats this evening. Rogers at third base. Bloomquist at second. Nwia at first. And here's the pitch. That one fouled off there by Spinn. As the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So here is Armini's pitch. That one in there for call strike 2 on the outside corner. And the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spinn contained .296 as he's appeared in 8 ball games. Has been up to bat 27 times, has 8 hits, and has scored 8 runs. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball. That one is fouled off there by Spinn. It stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I was told I was going to be joined here this evening by General Manager Mark Cavala. So we'll see if he joins us here in a little bit. If you're just now joining us, we're in the top half of the first inning. Bases loaded, no out. And here is Armini's pitch. That one misses inside as the count goes full now at 3-2. No place to put Spinn. Armini's going to have to come in there with a strike. And here's the pitch by Armini. Ball into right field. Right fielder came in, and that's going to be over his head as a couple runs will score now. And a double there by Zane Spinn. There's 2 runs that scored now for the Great Bend Batcats. That ball hit hard there by Spinn. Right fielder. Cord came in, and then all of a sudden he noticed that was going to be going his head. Run now at second and third with no out. And 2-0 is the score. As the Great Bend Batcats record their second hit of the ball game. That one in there for call strike 1. Nick Ballbuck is the batter now for the Great Bend Batcats, playing third base here this evening. That one hit foul along the third base side. So the count will now go to no balls and 2 strikes. Wind picking up a little bit. I'll turn down the mic here for the outside. That doesn't blow you away. As count is no balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball there by Armini, just as outside and low. And the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one got off there by Baumbach. Baumbach comes in back 154 here in 6 ball games. Has been up about 13 times, has 2 hits, and has scored 1 run. Double by spin scored the first 2 runs here of the ball game in the top half of the first inning. And here is Armini's pitch. That one misses inside. Nice job there by Connor Allen to move to his left. That ball almost got away from Allen as the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and miss, and Bomback goes down for out number 1. That is the first strikeout recorded by Armini here in the ball game. So we have 1 down now. That will bring up the catcher number 19, Jet Forrest. Forrest is a 6'2", 215-pounder freshman out of Northeast Texas Community College. He's from Marina, Texas. And here's Armini's pitch. That one hits Forrest, so that's the second hit batsman given up by Rocco Armini. That will load up the bases one more time as Inouye is on at third base, spin at second. Now Forrest at first. That will bring up the first baseman number 34, Micah Grover. But going out to talk to Armini is pitching coach Mike Mandarino. If you now join us, Rogers off with a triple. Then Bloomquist walked. And Inouye was hit by a pitch to load up the bases. And then Zane Spin came in and hit a double and 2-run score. So we got 2 RBIs there. The next batter up, Bomback struck out, swinging for out number 1. And now Jet Forrest just got hit by a pitch. So that will bring up the first baseman, number 34, Mike Grover. So 1 down here in the top half of the first inning. 2-0 is the score in favor of Great Bend. So let's hope Rocco gets out of this inning without any more damage here. And here's the pitch to Grover. That one lifted right by in between the third baseman and the shortstop. So another run will score. And coming in to score will be Spin. Forrest will stop at second base and Grover at first base on a base hit. 4-0 now the score. Third hit of the ball game. And that brings up the right fielder number 25, Tyler Henry. Swing and a miss there by Henry as the count goes to 0 balls and 1 strike. Henry's coming into the ball game batting .286. Has appeared in 7 ball games, been up to bat 21 times. 6 hits and has scored 5 runs. And here's the pitch by Armini. That one just misses outside as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 4-0 is the score in favor of Great Bend. Swing and a miss there by Henry as the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's Armini's pitch. Breaking ball, that one fouled off there by Henry. Henry, the 8th batter here in the top half of the first inning. And here's the pitch. That one, not even anywhere close to home plate there. That one's back behind Henry, so both runners will advance. Jet Forrest moves to third base. Micah Grover moves to second base as the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not sure what Rocco was trying to do on that pitch, but that stayed a good 3 feet back behind the batter's Henry. And this is outside for ball 3. So full count now, 3-2 now to Tyler Henry. And the Newton Rebels need outs here. As there is runners on at second and third. 4-0 already the score here in the top half of the fourth. Here's Armini's pitch. That one lifted into center field. Center fielder will get under, making the catch as Trey Wingett, but Hunter will tag up from third base. And another run scores. That takes the score 5-0 now. Henry gets an RBI. There is now 2 down. Runner on at second base now. That'll bring up the 9th batter, second baseman number 10, Noah Best. So sacrifice fly there by Henry. Scores another run. The Great Bend Batcats have scored 5 runs on 3 hits. That one misses inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strike now to Noah Best. Best is a 6'1", 190-pounder sophomore out of Birmingham Southern College, out of Carrollton, Georgia. That one in there called strike 1, and that will take the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike. And fans, we do know that there is still some buffing going on. We're trying to work on the problem, trying to get hopefully a new computer to solve it. That one is outside as the count now goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. Pretty windy out. Here's the pitch by Rocco Armini. That one a break ball in there for call strike 2. As the count goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes to Noah Best. 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. 5-0 is the score. Only 3 hits here in this inning. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss there by Noah Best. Best goes down swinging for the 3rd out. That is the 2nd strikeout recorded by Rocco Armini. But not before the Great Bend Batcats scored 5 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of one half inning of play, it is Great Bend and the Newton Rebels coming to bat. We'd like to thank all our sponsors here this evening. Any play at the plate or by the Newton Rebels this evening is sponsored by the Colton Mahler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. Any doubles, a double play that is, double play will be sponsored by the team of Pate and Paul, the attorneys at law, working for you. Pitching changes is sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. Any doubles by the Newton Rebels will be sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Home runs this evening, sponsored by John Odom and family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. Also, any great play on the field or the player of the game will be sponsored by Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. Also, we'll have a back alley pizza will be handed out here this evening. They usually come around 8 o'clock, so we hand a ticket to everybody in attendance, and then they call that number out, and they'll get that back alley pizza. So we thank all sponsors, thank our host families this year. We appreciate what you do for our players. Once again, the batter for the Newton Rebels, leading off will be the right fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Pitching will be the number 13, Jake Kutzendorf. And Kutzendorf ready to go to work here as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. First hit is to the shortstop. Great play there by the shortstop as he moved to the right and was able to throw across his body. That's Zane Spin to the first baseman, Micah Grover, for a 6 he put out for out number 1. That will bring up the shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman. Now batting for the Rebels. 1 down here in the bottom half of the first inning. Breaking ball misses high for ball 1. As the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes, down to Andrew Brotman. Two no now the count as that one misses. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Brotman. Brotman comes in batting 400. That one in there for call strike 1. As Brotman has appeared in 8 ball games, has been up to bat 30 times, has 12 hits and has scored 7 runs. Also has a total of 4 RBIs. 2 hits down hit to the right-hand side. The second baseman, who's to his right, Noah Best, goes to the first baseman cover for a 4-3 putout for the second out. So we have 2 down now in the bottom half of the first inning. 5-0 is the score, and that will bring up the first baseman, number 3, Corey Mason. Mason comes into the ballgame batting .235. As he in ball games has been up the bat 17 times, has 4 hits, and has scored 2 runs. And here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Corey Mason. That one hit up the middle, but the shortstop moves to his left. Zane Spin, right behind second base, goes to the first baseman, Grover, for a 6-3 putout for the third out. Good movement there by the shortstop Spin. Got clear behind second base, but was able to throw out Mason. So the bottom half of the first inning for the Newton Rebels. They scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 1 inning play, it is the Great Bend Batcats 5 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the second inning. 2 up for Great Bend. Be the leadoff hitter as the Great Bend Batcats and 9 batters in the first inning. Will be center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers. Rogers started off the ball game with a triple down the right field line. As Rogers recorded his 7th hit of the season. And here's the pitch, Rocco Armini with his second inning of work. That one in there for call strike 1. As down goes 1 strike now to Alex Rogers, center fielder for the Bend Batcats. And here is Armini. That breaking ball just misses as the count will go down to 1 ball, 1 strike. Great pitch there by Armini. That started off right at the knees and just tailed off, but just trying to get Rogers to chase it. But Rogers stayed off of it, so the count will now even up. That one hit down the third base line. Great play there by the third baseman. And it's going to be able to go to first. Not going to be in time. And that's going to be a base hit. It's hit there by Rogers as he records his second hit. Once again, the third baseman, Nolan Riley, had to move to his right and slipped just a little bit as he moved to his right. And the throw was there, but Rogers was already on the base. So another base hit for Rogers. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 14, Dylan Blomquist. So runner on at first base, the 4th hit of the ball game for the Great Bend Cats. Here's the pitch, first pitch to Blomquist in there for call strike 1 as the count goes 2 balls and 1 strike. No outs here in the top half of the second inning. And Armini. There Rogers is going. You could tell he was edging to go. There's a down, throw down to second base, not going to be in time. Rogers is in with a stolen base. Rocco never looked over there, and you could tell Rogers was just itching to go and took it before the pitch even started. Connor Allen threw down, but just not going to be able to get the speedster Alex Rogers. So there is a runner now on at second base with no outs. That one is fouled off here by Blomquist as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Blomquist batting .200. He's appeared in 6 ball games, been up bat 21 times, has 4 hits, and has scored 7 runs. He did record a walk, which is his 8th walk of the season. And Rocco Armini ready to go to work on the 1-2 count. That one misses outside for ball 2. That will even count now at 2-2. Misses outside for ball 3, so the count will now go full to 3-2 to Dylan Blomquist. Second batter here in the top half of the second inning. 5-0 is the score in favor of Great Bend as they scored all those 5 runs in the first inning. And here's Armini's pitch. Breaking ball outside for ball 4. So we'll have runners on at first and second. And that is the second walk given up by Armini here in the ball game. That will bring up the designated number 21, Andrew Inwea. Inwea got hit by a pitch and scored a run. Has had a triple. 3 RBIs. Here is Rocco Armini's first pitch in there for call strike 1. As the count goes, no balls, 1 strike. And we are batting .357. Has 5 hits or 2 runs so far here this season. And here is Armini's pitch. That one almost hits Inwea again. Once again, he got hit by a pitch in the first inning. That one was awful close. As the count now goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 now the count, and here is Armini's pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 now the count. Here's the pitch. That one breaking ball misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rogers on at second base. Blomquist on at first as we have no outs here in the top half of the second inning. Armini's pitch. That one lifted into left field. That's going to be deep. And that is against the wall. But it is going to be a foul ball as the umpire finally makes the call out there. That was right down the line, but just hit foul. So that's nothing but a long strike. So the count will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'd like to welcome all of you watching us here tonight on Newton Rebels Baseball. We hope you enjoy the broadcast. 2-2 now to Inwea. And Armini ready to get to work. Swing and a miss there as Inwea goes down swinging for out number 1 here in the top half of the second inning. That is the 3rd strikeout recorded by Rocco Armini. As we have 1 down now. Once again, runner still on at first and second. That will bring up the shortstop number 7, Zane Spinn. Spinn had the big hit there in the first inning as he recorded a double and 3 RBIs. Armini ready to go to work against Spinn. That one hit right down the line, but it's going to be foul as the count now goes to no balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one lifted into the right over the shortstop's head. So Andrew Brotman backing up into almost short left field, making the catch for out number 2. So an F6 for the putout. And that will bring up the 3rd baseman, number 15, Nico Bombach. Bombach struck out his first time up. 5-0 the score here in the top half of the second inning. And Armini ready for fastball just misses outside as the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. And here's Armin's pitch. Back swing and a miss there by Buck, as the count will even up now at 1-1 strike. Nice pitch there by Rocco Armini as he challenged Baumbach and threw that one right by him as Baumbach swung at it. So the count 1-1, and here's Armini's runner to third base. Andrew Brotman throws first base, so a 6-3 put out, and no damage done here in the second inning. For the third out here, for the Great Bend Batcats, they score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 1.5, it is the Batcat 5 and the Rebels 0. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. The score is 5-0 in favor of Great Bend. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. So Nolan Riley now up. He'll be followed by Wingett and Grade.
Leading off for your two Rebels, number 23, third baseman, Nolan Riley.
Riley comes into the ballgame batting .400. His first hitter is called strike. He has played in 4 ball games, has been up to bat 15 times, has 6 hits, and has scored 2 runs. That pitch just hitting the outside corner for called strike 2. He also has a total of 4 RBIs. And that ball lifted to the right-hand side. That may be out of play as the catcher tries to chase that down. It is out of play. And the count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. It is 84 degrees here in Newton, Kansas. A muggy 84 degrees. Breaking ball, that one lifted into right over the second baseman's head. Second baseman backs up, makes the catch for out number 1. Noah Best backing up about 5 or 6 steps. So we do have one down now here in the bottom half of the second inning. That will bring up the center fielder, number 14, Trey Wingett. Wingett is from Washington, Utah. It's a 6'2", 190 pounder from Gateway Community College, where he's a freshman. That one fouled off to the left-hand side. Third baseman chasing, but not going to be able to get to it. And the count goes to no balls and 1 strike to Trey Wingett. We'd like to say hi to his parents, April and Cody Wingett. Siblings, Ireland, Brooklyn, County, and Canada. This is inside for ball 1. So the count will even up at 1-1. His favorite player is Mike Trout. And then we asked him who he would like to spend 5 minutes with. And I thought his answer was just fantastic, as he said, Jesus. So the count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike now to Trey Wingett. You parents ought to be very proud. 2 balls, 1 strike, and here's the pitch. That one lifted to left-hand side, third baseman giving the chase. That's Baumbach, but not to be out of play. And that will even a count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trey Wingett playing center field here this evening. He won't start last night, as there is a scout or a coach that's here to watch him here tonight and last night. But we had a little miscommunication on the second baseman. Second baseman Best goes to first for out number 3. So we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the second inning. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 33, Nick Grade. So Nick Grade now. 5-foot Tennessee Powder from Columbia Madison College, where he's a freshman. First baseman. Grade is batting .500 here this coming into the ball game, as he's only been second ball game that he's appeared in. That one misses ball two, correction. So 2-0 now the count. He came up to bat 2 times in the first ball game, had 1 hit, scored 1 run, had a triple where he had 2 RBIs. That one lifted into the infield. Second baseman, it looks like the first baseman may get under it for out number 3. So fly down to the first baseman for the third out. Second inning in a row where the Newton Rebels go down 1-2-3. The end of 2-inning play. It is the Great Bend Batcats 5 and the Newton Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball as we go to the top half of the third inning. Due up for the Batcats will be the catcher number 19, Jet Forrest. All 5 runs. 5-0 is the score here as we go to the top half of the third. That is fouled off by Forrest. As the count goes, no balls, 1 strike. All 5 runs were scored in that first inning. And here is Rocco Armini. Ready to work in his third inning. That one is outside for ball 1. So the count is 1-1 strike now to Jet Forrest. Forrest coming in the ball game batting .375. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for call strike 2. So the count goes 1-2 strike now to Forrest. That calls strike 3 against Forrest for out number 1. And that's the 4th strikeout recorded by Rocco Armini. That will bring up the first baseman number 34, Micah Grover. First pitch to Grover, misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes now to Grover as we have 1 down here in the top half of the third inning. There's a fastball, lifted foul. And that will take the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Grover comes in batting .308 as he's appeared in 8 ball games, has been up the bat 14 times, has 4 hits, has scored 6 runs. Here's the pitch, and hits Grover right in the middle of the back, and that is the 3rd hit batsman by Rocco Armini here in the ball game. So that puts a runner on at first base with 1 down, and that will bring up the right fielder number 25, Tyler Hay. Henry flew out to center field his first time, but did get an RBI as a run scored from third base with spin. Correction, that was Forrest. Spin scored on Grover's base hit. Count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Tyler Henry as we have a runner on first base with 1 down. Here's the pitch by Armini. Fastball misses high and inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Tyler Henry who's playing right field this evening for the Bobcats. Here's the pitch. That swing and a miss there by Henry. Count now will move to 2 balls and 1 strike. Great fastball there by Rocco Armini. He throws that by Henry. And comes back to 86. And here's the bat ball lifted foul towards the Newton Rebels dugout. That will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Very humid here today. Got a chance to play a little golf today at Derby Country Club. And boy, was it hot. Here's the pitch by Armini. That one lifted to the right-hand side. Center fielder moving to his right. Left fielder, or right moving to his right. And catching that in right field will be Aiden Corrigan. Once again, Wingen moved to his left, and Corrigan was moving to his right. Not sure who was going to get that, but Corrigan finally called for it and made the catch for out number 2. So now we have 2 down with the runner on first base. And that brings up the second baseman, number 10, Noah Best. Best struck out his last time up as he made the 3rd out of the inning in the 1st. And there's a swing and a miss there by Best. Best is playing second base here tonight. 308 batting average for Best. There goes the runner. Armini never even looked at first base. That one in there for call strike. So the runner will be on at second base now, as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Armini was basically giving Grover that second base as he never even looked over. Rocco Armini. Here's the pitch. That ball just misses outside as it goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes, which will be okay for Armini if he doesn't allow Best to hit him in here. 5-0 is the score, and here in the top half of the 3rd inning, and Armini's pitch. That one hit to the third baseman, Nolan Riley, goes to first for out number 3. So a 5-3 out for the 3rd out. Here in the top half of the 3rd inning, for the Great Bend Bobcats, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 2.5, it is the Bobcats 5 and the Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the catcher, number 22, Connor Allen. He'll be followed by Wallingford and Burns. Kunzendorf is the pitcher as he starts his 3rd inning of work. And here's his first pitch. That one misses inside for ball 1. So Connor Allen now up at the plate. Allen is from Wichita, Kansas, 6 foot, 225 pounder. That one misses inside for ball 2. Comes from Barton Community College, where he's a freshman. Count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike now to Connor Allen. Allen has appeared in 8 ball games. He's been up to bat 23 times and has 2 hits. He's not scored a run yet. And that one takes the count to 2 ball strikes. Kutzendorf ready to go. That one misses outside for ball 3. So the count will go full now to Connor Allen, who's to this evening for the Newton Rebels. They may use a little platoon on the catcher since it's so humid. That one lifted hard into left field, but it's going to be foul. Connor Allen really turned on that one. He got the full bat on the ball, but just pulled it foul. So the count stays full now at 3-2. And that one is going to be a base hit there by Connor Allen as he sat past the shortstop. And Connor Allen records his first hit of the game. And that is the third hit of the season for Connor Allen. So we do have a runner on at first base with no outs. And that will bring up the designated hitter number 18, Rylan Wallingford. So Wallingford now coming up. Like to say hi to Wallingford's parents, Tina and Don. Siblings are Cody and I believe it's Maya, or Maya, one of the two. Apologize if I do mispronounce your name. Comes from Southwest Tennessee. Here he is in the transfer portal. And his favorite players is Big Papi David Ortiz and Xander Bogaerts and Rob Gronkowski is the guy that he would like to spend 5 minutes with. Now, some of you parents, I apologize for not able to get your names out there because some of the players have not turned in their infos yet. So if I don't get a chance to, I do apologize about that. Some players that came in late and just have not turned them in yet. So Rylan Wallingford now up there, squares around a bunt and misses. So the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. Once again, Connor Allen at first base has recorded his first hit here of the ball game and the third hit of the season. Ball thrown over to first base, and Allen looked like he was about ready to go to second and had a hole. The bag is in there safely. Almost looked like his wheel spun a little. Here's the pitch. Another bunt attempt, misses high for ball 1 as the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Now to Rylan Wallingford, the designated hitter here this evening for the Newton Rebels. The Rebels need the base runners to try to get back in the ball game as they down 5-0. And here's the pitch. Another squared around the bunt, and that is in there for call strike 2. Count will now move to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wallingford. And Wallingford getting the signals from head coach Brett Clark at third base. Uchtendorf and Wallingford bunt attempt not very good as he misses that one, and now we have 1 down with a runner on at first base. Strikeout there is out number 1. That is the first strikeout for Uchtendorf. Brings up the left fielder number 7, Justin Barnes. Once again, we'd like to thank Back Alley Pizza for the pizza here this evening. They just handed that pizza out. Ball's going to be hit up the middle. Not sure shortstop's going to be able to get to it. He looks like he did touch the bag, and then the ball came out of his hand as he was ready to throw to first base. So it'll be a fielder's choice there for Barnes. And assisted there at second base. The second out. Fielder's choice by Barnes. So he will be on with 2 down now. We'll bring up the right fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. Looks like Barnes was taken up on the pitch. Barnes comes in batting .353 as he's on at first. Forgot to announce that. Throw down to first base, and Barnes in safely. Corrigan comes in batting .167. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. No balls, one strike, and here's the pitch. The swing and a miss there by Corrigan as the count goes to no balls and two strikes. Runner on at first base with two down here in the bottom half of the third inning. That one fouled off there by Corrigan. Nice job of protecting that plate. That one was on the outside corner there by Kutzendorf. Ball thrown over to first base. Barnes in safely. The team of Newton and Rebels were batting .222 as a team coming into this ball game. Here's the pitch. That one lifted foul along the first base side as the count stays at no balls and two strikes. And here's the 0-2 pitch. That one fouled off once again by Corrigan. Corrigan hanging tough out there as he's doing exactly what he needs to do, and that's protect that plate with two strikes. That's my kind of ball player. And here's the pitch. That one also fouled off by Corrigan. A lot of pitches by Kutzendorf here this inning. Most of those to Corrigan. So no balls, two strikes with Barnes on at first base and two down. 5-0 the score. And Kutzendorf ready to go to work. That one hit hard down the right line, but it's going to be foul. Oregon turned on that one nicely. Made solid contact, just pulled it in foul territory. So still no balls, two strikes. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball, that one lifted into left field. Left fielder moving left, making the catch. That is Blomquist and left field for the third out. So a F7 out for the third out. Bottom half of the third inning for the Newton Rebels. They scored no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left on base. At the end of 3 innings to play, it is Great Bend 5 and Newton 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you to Newton Baseball here as we go to the top half of the fourth inning. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, as the score is 5-0 in favor of Great Bend. You are watching Newton Rebels baseball. Due up for the Batcats will be the center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers. Rogers this evening is 2 for 2 as he had a triple in the first inning, scored a run, and a single in the second inning and stole the base. First pitch to him is called strike one, that's a swing miss there as the count goes to no balls and one strike. The line so far for Great Bend is 5 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Then lifted to the second baseman, it looks like. He's going to make the catch for out number 1. And backing up was the second baseman, Nick Grade. Finally got under it, made the catch for that first down. So one down now here in the top half of the fourth inning. And that will bring up the left fielder, number 14, Dylan Blomquist. Blomquist has walked twice here this evening. That ball lifted once again, I believe, looks like the shortstop's going to call him off as he's clear into second base position there. But Andrew Brotman makes catch for out number 2. So 2 down now here in the top half of the fourth inning. That will bring up the designated hitter, number 21, Andrew Inwea. Inwea got hit by a pitch his first time at the plate. Also scored a run and flew out to the shortstop in the second inning. Rocco Armini settled down now. That one misses outside for ball 1. He faced 9 batters in that first inning, 5 batters in the second, 4 batters in the third, and we'll see if we can make it 3. That ball hit to the shortstop, Andrew Brotman. Brotman goes to first base, and he out for a 6-3 put out. That one kind of sailed on Brotman, but the first baseman, Corey Mason, was able to hang on to it for the third out. So this time, Rocco Armini only faces 3 batters. So top out of the fourth inning, no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. At the end of 3.5, Cats 5 and the Rebels 0, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom fourth inning. Due up for the Newton Rebels will be the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Brotman. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Mason, and then the third baseman, Riley. Kunzendorf now getting ready to start his fourth inning of work. He's only allowed 1 hit to the Rebels. I'd like to say hi to Andrew Brotman's parents, Bob and Chris Brotman. Siblings, Zach, comes from colleges Eastern Illinois. And that ball hit to the third baseman into the ground there, but a good scoop there by first baseman, looks like. That is Micah Grover. So it will be a 5-3 put out for the first out. So here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, we have 1 down. And that will bring up first baseman number 3, Corey Mason. Mason is one of the Rebels that we don't have any info on yet. Has not turned in a sheet. That one is call ball 1. So parents of Corey Mason, you know who you are. We welcome you to the broadcast if you are watching us. Also the siblings. That one misses as it bounces in front of home plate. And the count will now go to 2 balls and no strikes. Mason batting .235 for the Newton Rebels. That one hits the inside corner for call strike 1. He grounded out to the shortstop his first time out as he made the third in the first inning. Mason has been up about 17 times. There's a swing and a miss by Mason. He has recorded 4 hits and has scored 2 runs. That will the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I have a ladybug that's joined the broadcast here on my clipboard. That one called strike 3 as Corey Mason goes down looking for the second out. That is the second strikeout recorded by Jake Kunzendorf. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 23, Nolan Riley. And no info yet on Mr. Riley. He was a latecomer, so that explains why. First pitch to Riley is called ball one, but I would like to welcome his parents and siblings to the broadcast. If you are listening, we hope you enjoy it. Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball two. And if you want your names announced, tell Mr. Riley to please give me that info. We'll be glad to announce your name over there. Here's the pitch. That one misses, ball four. So moving over to first base will be Nolan Riley at 2 down as he reaches on a walk. And that will bring up the center fielder number 14, Trey Wingett. Wingett comes in batting 200. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. And here's the pitch. That hit hard into center field. Center fielder backing up, and not going to be able to get to it as that falls to his left of it. Wingett is going to be in with at least a double and a run scored, as coming all the way around is Nolan Riley. So the score now 5-1. That is the second base hit of the ball game for the Newton Rebels. That double is sponsored by Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Also, that play at the plate, or that score at home plate, was sponsored by Colonel Tim Motter Family in honor of the Kansas National Guard. Your home team, always ready, always there. So the Newton Rebels are on the board as Riley scores from first base on a double by Wingett. Wingett gets a base hit and an RBI. That will bring up the second baseman, number 33, Nick Grade. Grade flew out to the first baseman as he made the third out in the second inning. That hit hard into center field, but the center fielder moving to his right. Looks like the left fielder is going to call him off. Left fielder Dylan Blomquist makes the catch for out number 3. So the bottom half of the fourth inning for the Newton Rebels, they score one hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 4 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Bobcats 5 and the Newton Rebels 1, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game as we go to the top half of the 5th inning. And looks like we have an injured player. Rocco Armini was warming up, and all of a sudden he went down to his knees. Like I say, it's awful humid here in Newton. It is 84 degrees, I believe, still. But the humidity is as well, showing 79. Humidity is 84%. Winds are 12 miles an hour out of the east-northeast. So that looks like that's going to be it for Rocco Armini. As not sure if he is just barely cramping on his legs, it looks like. Not sure if that's what it is or if it's his back. But he was warming up, and all of a sudden he went down to his knees. And it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Newton Rebels. Take a look and see exactly who that is. I believe it's number 24, if that's the case. That is Colin Rabe. Colin Rabe now coming in to pitch for the Newton Rebels. So let me get him in the book here, and I'll give you a little bit update on Rabe. A little bit of information about Rabe. He's a right-handed thrower in Wichita, Kansas, a 6'2", 180-pounder from Osceola Community College, where he's a freshman. And see if I got a pitching because I know he has thrown. Get on the other computer. Colin Rabe's parents are Marianne and Ron Rabe. siblings are Delaney and Braden. His favorite player is Nolan Ryan, and he would like to spend 5 minutes with Father M.O. Capon. So let me give you a little. Rabe so far has appeared in 4 ball games. Has started 1. Has gone 3 2/3 innings. Has given up 11 hits, 11 runs, 8 earned runs. Also has 3 base on balls, and has recorded 5 strikeouts. He is 0-1 for the season, as he comes in with a 19.64 ERA. So Colin Rabe now on the mound for the Newton Rebels, and due up here in the top half of the 5th inning. Once again, the score now 5-1 in favor of Great Bend, as the Newton Rebels scored 1 run in the bottom half of the 4th. Will be the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn. Spinn had that big double in the 1st inning where he had 3 RBIs, and then he flew out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning to make the 2nd out. So here he goes, starting off in the top half of the 5th inning. Colin Ray now down for the Newton Rebels. That call to the bullpen, our pitching change, is sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. First pitch there, misses for ball 1 to Zane Spinn. 1 ball, no strike, and here's the pitch by Ray. That one misses high for ball 2. So 2-0 now the count. Here's the pitch. That one hit hard to the first baseman. Nice job there by Corey Mason as he gathers that one up and goes unassisted. So we have 1 down now here in the top half of the 5th inning. That will bring up the 3rd baseman, number 15, Nico Bach. Baumbach is 0 for 2 here this evening as he struck out his first time up and then grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning to make the 3rd out. Here's next pitch. Breaking ball just misses inside for ball 1. Nice pitch there by Colin Rabe. Took something off of that. Give you the total numbers now for Armini. Armini went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 base on balls, and had a total of 4 strikeouts. He also faced 21 batters. Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike 1 as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike to Nico Baumbach. Here's the pitch. Ball hit. Oh, the 3rd baseman's hit as he jumps up, not to get to it. And Baumbach records his first hit of the ball game. That will bring up the catcher, number 19, Jet Forrest. So that is the 5th hit now recorded by the Great Bend Batcats. Forrest is got hit by a pitch his first inning and then scored a run and struck out in the 3rd inning as he made the first out. So we do have a runner on at first base with 1 down. Throw over to first base. And that was Baumbach's 3rd hit of the season, by the way. Here's break pitch. That one misses high for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Forrest, who's catching here this evening for Great Bend. Once again, the Newton Rebels here home tonight and will be on the road tomorrow. A swing and a miss there by Forrest, as that will even up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice pitch there by Colin Rabe. He challenged Forrest and threw that one right by him. Once again, we'll be in Great Bend tomorrow evening. That will be the last game of this 5-game series against the Batcats. That one fouled off there by Forrest. And that will take the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one misses for ball 2. So the count will now go to 2 balls, 2 strikes down to Jet Forrest. Baum back at first base as he just reached on a base hit. We do have one down. Ball thrown over to first base and Baum back in safely. Well, you can feel the humidity here in the press box. We have an air conditioner. It was donated a couple years ago, and we really appreciate it by one of the parents. And that thing's been running since we got here, but still awfully humid and hot in here in this press box. Count goes full now at 3-2. And here's the pitch. There goes the runner. Ball hit in the gap between the third baseman and the shortstop. And move over to third base will be a Baumbach. And in with the base hit is Jet Forrest. He stops at first base. So there will be runners now at first and third with one down. And that is the 6th hit of the ball game by the Great Bend Batcats. That will bring up the first baseman number 34, Micah Grover. And head coach Roger Ward may have Forrest moving on this pitch here. We'll see what he does. That one misses for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes now. He's playing first base this evening. Grover came in batting .308 for the Batcats. He did get a base hit in the first inning and got hit by a pitch in the third. Both times it was left stranded at second base. There was a swing and a miss there by Grover as that takes the count now to 1 ball and 1 strike. Forrest on at first base. Baumbach on at third with 1 down here in the top half inning. 5-1 is the score. Throw over to first base by Rabe as he lets Mr. Forrest know that I have not forgotten about you. You're not going to take off on me. He may on this pitch, but we'll see. There he goes. And that ball lifted into center field. The second baseman makes the catch. What a great play there by the second baseman for the Newton Rebels, Nick Grade, as he went clear down to his knees, had his back to the infield. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get to it or not as the center fielder and the right fielder both hustled along with the shortstop. But that is the 2nd out of the inning, and a great play there by Nick Grade. That great play on the field is sponsored by Carl Hodges and Family. The Rebel tradition continues to the year 2000. That brings up now the right fielder number 25, Tyler Henry. As we now have 2 down. The first pitch is called ball 1. So 1-0 now the count to Tyler Henry. Once again, runners on at first and third here in the top half of the 5th inning. There's the pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. Looks like they were going to, Forrest was trying to get a throw down to first base, but didn't get it. As Rabe came home, it missed for ball 2. Here's the pitch. That one a swing and a miss there by Henry. And that would take the count down to 2 balls and 1 strike. Also like to thank Stephanie Capion, who sent a message tonight, says she's been enjoying the broadcast. There's a throw over to first base. Just happened to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to let the 2 big old St. Bernards out. And I saw that message and replied back to her that we appreciate having her son here in Newton. And I'm sure that they were proud parents of Thomas Capion. Once again, we appreciate all your comments. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a foul ball there by Tyler Henry, as that will open up the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Tyler Henry. Bombach on at third base, Forrest at first. 5-1 the score in favor of Great Bend. Colin Rabe now, ready to get to work here. Here's the pitch. There goes a runner to second base. That hits Tyler Henry. So he will be on at first base as a hit batsman. Moving over to second base is Forrest. And that will bring up the second baseman number 10, Noah Best. Best struck out his first time as he made the third out in that long first top of half of the first inning. As the Batcats scored 5 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And then he grounded out to the third baseman. That one misses high for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strike to Noah Best as the bases are loaded here in the top half of the 5th. 2 down. And Colin Ray ready to go to work. Here's the pitch. Just misses outside. His count goes 2 balls and no strikes. So Colin Rabe needs to put the ball around home plate. He's got no place to put Mr. Best as the bases are loaded. And here's the pitch. That one fouled off to the right-hand side, and that would take the count now to 2-1. So the Newton Rebels finish off the 5-game series tomorrow evening in Great Bend, and now they'll start a 5-game series against the Hayesville Aviators. Do need to let you know on that series. Just a second here. Here's Rabe's pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count now goes to 3-1. That first game will be here in Newton on Sunday. But then the second game will be at Wichita State University, part of the Sunflower Collegiate League. I will not be broadcasting that game as I will be the PA announcer for both the 2 games. That one misses for ball 4. So a run will score now on a walk to Noah Best. Best will go to first base. Henry to second. Forrest to third. And coming into home is Nico Bombach. So the score now is 6-1. And pitching coach Mike Mandarino goes out to talk to Ray. As we do have 2 down, but the bases are still loaded. As I said earlier, we had no place to put them. But anyway, that game on Monday evening will be on YouTube. But instead of Newton Rebel baseball, you go to Sunflower Collegiate League, and they will broadcast the game. They'll be on the KGSO. Doug Downs, and I'm not sure exactly who else is calling that game. If it's Andrew or Anthony. Anthony will be, I think, calling the game. I think he told me that. Let me check and make sure here. Anthony Gorges and Doug Downs may be your 2 broadcasters that evening. Once again, game time will be 5 o'clock for the Newton Rebels that night. And it'll be followed. That ball hit the right side. That one's fouled off as the count goes, no balls and 2 strikes. And then we'll have a 7:30 game that evening for game 2. Also will be broadcast on YouTube, Sunflower Collegiate League. So you get a doubleheader that evening. But once again, the Newton Rebels will not be broadcasting that game, as I will be their PA announcer for the evening at Wichita State University XDM. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. For those of you that don't know, I have been a PA announcer for 27 years. The PA announcer for the NEC World Series, and been trying my hand at the play-by-play for the last 4 years. That ball is going to get away from Connor Allen, and a run will score from third base. Now takes the score to 7-1, as 2 runs have been scored here in the top half of the 5th inning. So Forrest scores from third base. Henry moves to third. Best moves to second, and we still have 2 down here in the top half of the 5th inning. 7 runs, 6 hits for Great Bend. Ball hit the right-hand side. And not going to be able to make the play. That's going to be an error by the second baseman as Nick Grade charged that but was not able to come up with it. So another run scores as the Newton Rebels are just not able to get the out. So runner moves to third base, and that is Noah Best, and scoring from third base is Henry. So 3 runs have been scored here in the top half of the 5th inning for Great Bend. Once again, an error on that play. Here on 4 as Alex Rogers is on at first base. And number 14, Dylan Blomquist, left fielder, is up. As that takes the count now to full at 3-2. Correction, the count is 1 ball, no strikes. That's what I thought. Okay, 2-0. So 3 runs have been scored here in the top half of the 5th to make it 8-1 now in favor of Great Bend. Colin Rabe, your pitcher. Here's the pitch. That one almost hits Blomquist as that was way inside as the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. So 3-0 now the count. We have Best on at third base and Rogers on at first with 2 down. Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike. The count now goes 3 balls, 1 strike to Dylan Blomquist. Anyway, Anthony Borges and Doug Downs will be your announcers there on Monday night. Don't forget, you go to YouTube. That ball hit into left field, center fielder. Center fielder finally calls Andrew Brotman off as he makes the catch. His wing it for out number 3. So top out the 5th inning for the Great Bend Batcats. They scored 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. At the end of 4.5, Great Bend 8 and Newton 1. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 2 up for the Newton Rebels. Head number 22, Connor Allen. He'll be followed by Wallingford and Barnes in the hole. 8-1 is the score as the Great Bend Batcats scored 5 runs in the first inning. Newton came back and scored 1 run in the 4th to make it 5-1. But then here in the top half of the 5th inning, Great Bend scored 3 more runs to make it 8-1. That first pitch to Connor Allen is in there for ball 1. This misses. That one in there, right on the inside corner for strike 1. So the count will even up now at 1-1. Ball hits the second baseman. Goes to first for out number 1. Noah Best to Grover for the out. 4-3 put out. And that will bring up the designated hitter number 18, Rylan Wallingford. Count will even up now at 1-1 now to Wallingford. One down here in the bottom half of the fifth. Here's the pitch. That one lifted into left field. Left fielder Blomquist gets under it, makes the catch for out number 2. So we have 2 down now here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Brings up the left fielder number 7, Justin Barnes. Barnes reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. One ball, no strike. That one, a check swing there by Barnes, but the ball hits the third baseman. Third baseman comes up with it, and he is off the bag. A great job there by that third baseman as Nico Baumbach barehanded it, but threw it over the first base and not going to be in time as the first baseman came off the bag. So Barnes will be in with base hit. As the third hit recorded there by the Newton Rebels. And now the umpires are getting together on the request of the manager from Great Bend. He is safe, they say, at first base. And that will bring up the right fielder number 20, Aiden Corrigan. So once again, that is the third hit recorded by the Newton Rebels. But great effort there by the third baseman, Baumbach. Was not able to get to it in time. And now up, right fielder number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Swing and a miss there by Corrigan. So we do have 2 down. So the count goes 0-1 strike now to Corrigan. And here's the pitch. That one hit into left. That may fall in. It is. It does fall in for a base hit by Corrigan. And stopping at second base will be Barnes. A nice toss there by the left fielder, Blomquist. So Aiden Corrigan records his first hit of the ball game. A line shot into left field. That is the 5th hit by the Newton Rebels. And Corrigan stops at first base. Barnes at second. That will bring up the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Brotman. Brotman is 0 for 2 here this evening as he grounded out to the second baseman and grounded out to the third baseman. That one in there for call strike 1 as the count goes to 0-1 strike with runners on at first and second and 2 down here in the bottom half of the fifth. Here's the pitch. That one hits the outside corner. Great breaking ball there by Kutzendorf. As the count now goes to 0-2 strikes. Well, you'd like to see Brotman go with the pitch on that one. That one hit the outside corner. Here's the pitch. That one hits to the shortstop. He does go to first base with a 6-3 put out, and that's the third out of the inning. For the Newton Rebels, the bottom half of the fifth inning, they scored no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 5 innings of play, it is the Great Bend Badcats 8 and Newton Rebels 1. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, play-by-play announcer, as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. The score is 8-1 in favor of Great Bend. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like it's going to be number 30, Maley, coming in now for the Newton Rebels. Spencer Maley, a left-handed thrower from Goddard, Kansas, a 6'5", 210-pounder from Butler Community College, where he is a freshman. So once again, Spencer Maley, now pitching for the Newton Rebels. And Maley, the pitching change is sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. Once again, we'd like to thank all our sponsors, but number 30, Spencer Maley, now coming in to pitch for the Rebels. We'll give you the final numbers here, but I'm not sure whether we're going to or not because I just happened to be looking at point streak, and for some reason, whether it's updated here or not. It's not updating. Yep, it's not all. It's now off now for some reason. So we do know that Colin Rabe came in the 5th inning. So he gave up 3 runs on 2 hits as he faced 8 batters. So Spencer Maley now up here in the 6th inning. And first batter he'll be facing the hitter number 21, Andrew Inwea. First pitch to him is called ball. Now in there for call strike 1. So the count will go to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Inwea. Here's the pitch. That one hit to the third baseman. Nice job there by Nolan Riley. He comes up throwing hard, and it is a 5-3 put out as Nolan Riley moved to his left, went down to his knees, came up shooting a BB over to first base for the first out. So we do have 1 out now here in the top half of the 6th inning. Due up now is the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn. Count is 1-1 now to Zane Spinn. Sorry about that. I was checking something. Apparently I had too many hits there. Rebels should be 4 hits. And here's the pitch by Maley. Check swing there. Call strike. So the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Zane Spinn. So the New Rebels have 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. Looks like they gave an error somewhere. I'll have to find out where that's at. That one is high for ball 2. So now count goes even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That ball hit deep into right field. Spinn will be at second base on a stand-up double. That is his 2nd double here this evening. So he got that double in the first where they scored 3 runs. So Zane Spinn records his 2nd hit. That will bring up third baseman number 15, Nico Baumbach. And it looks like point streak is no longer working for the Newton Rebels, so might as well get rid of that page. Here's the pitch. Ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop Andrew Brotman comes up throwing to first base. And that is a 6-3 put out for the 2nd out. That Zane Spinn moves over to third base on the play. But we do have 2 down now. And runner on at third base. And that will bring up the catcher, number 19, Jet Forrest. Spencer Maley ready to go to Forrest. That one in there for call strike 1. Nice pitch on the outside corner. As the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. Zane Spinn on at third base with 2 down. Here in the top half of the 6th inning. 8-1 is the score. Breaking ball in there by Maley as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Great pitch there by Maley. He really took something off on that one and broke in there for a strike. 0-2 the count now. Fastball lifted to foul territory, and the count will stay on 2. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Jed Forrest. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside this time, as that takes the count now to 1-2. 2 down. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off by Forrest. Once again, I want to make sure that everybody knows, but the Newton Rebels baseball game on Monday night will be at part of the Sunflower Collegiate League Showcase. So the Newton Rebels channel will not be broadcasting the game, but it will be the Sunflower Collegiate League channel will be broadcasting the game. And I will not be calling the game by play-by-play. Be Anthony Gorges and Doug Downs from KGSO Radio. I will be their PA announcer that evening at X Stadium. That one does misses, as the count will go full now at 3-2. So once again, Newton Rebels Monday night on YouTube at 5 p.m. start time on the Sunflower Collegiate League channel. Make sure you write that down, because if you go to Newton Rebels baseball, you won't catch us there. That one lifted foul. So the count will stay full at 3-2. So we are in the top half of the inning. 8-1 is the score. In favor of Great Bend. They scored 5 runs in the first and 3 runs in the 5th. Rebels scored their run in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch by Mealy. That one gets away from the catcher. Connor Allen still can't find the ball. Round coming in to score from third base is Zane Spinn to make it 9-1 now. And moving to first base will be Jed Forrest. That one looked like it kind of hit in front of home plate and bounced straight up in the air. And Connor Allen could not find that ball. That will bring up the first baseman number 34, Micah Bird. Here's Megley's pitch. That one fouled off there by Grover, as the count now goes to no balls and 1 strike. Runner on at space, 2 down. 9-1 now the score. And here's the pitch. That one into the ground. Nice stop there by Allen. No throw down, as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. That one is high for ball 2. The ball's 1 strike now to Grover. Henry on deck if we get that far. And here's the pitch. That one lifted straight back. Catcher Connor Allen coming clear back to the fence. And it's going to be out of play, almost in our window here. As the broadcasters from Great Bend, all you have to do is stick your hands up, guys. You could have got yourself a foul ball. That one almost came in the window on their side of the booth. So the count goes down to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here is Mealy's pitch. Oh, we're going to have a timeout first by home plate umpire. Mealy was ready to go, and then all of a sudden the umpire called timeout. Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike 3, as that was right across the on this side corner. And Grover goes down looking for out number 3. Top out 6th inning for the Great Bend Batcats. They scored 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 5 1/2, it is the Batcats 9 and the Rebels 1, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, as we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. 9-1 is the score in favor of Great Bend. We'd like to thank all our sponsors. They are Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard, the team of Pate and Paul, attorneys at law, sponsored by the pitching change, sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. Any doubles, sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Home run sponsored by the John Odeman family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. Also, any great plays or player of the game is sponsored by Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. Also like to thank our sponsor here at the ballpark as they come out and hand a pizza to a fan. That Back Alley Pizza. Always smells good when they bring it in here to the press box. So we go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. First pitch is ball one now to Corey Mason. That one in there for a strike, so that will even up the count now at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And looks like all of a sudden the computer quit working. That one swing and a miss there by Mason as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Can't wait to get a new computer so we can give you the broadcast. That one misses high for ball 2. If we happen to get one this year, have our fingers crossed. 2-2 now the count. And here's the pitch. That one in there for call, strike 3, and Corey Mason goes down looking. That is the second strikeout in a row for Mason. First out of the inning. And I believe it's only the 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Kutzendorf. Bring up the third baseman, 23, Nolan Riley. Riley playing third base this evening. Breaking ball just misses for ball 1. This count goes to 1 ball, no strikes. Here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 9-1 is the score. And here's the pitch, misses high for ball 2. Three and 0 now the count to Nolan Riley. Kutzendorf's pitch misses inside ball 4. So Riley will be on at first base now with 1 down. That will bring up the center fielder number 14, Trey Wingett. Wingett is 1 for 2 here this evening as he grounded out to the second baseman, and he got a double with an RBI in the 4th inning. Got the only RBI of the game here so far for the Rebels. And what a great time to do that with a scout or a ball gets away there from the catcher. Moving over to second base will be Riley. Anyway, I was saying what a good time to do it with a scout in the stands to come to see Wingett. He's been here for 2 nights now. He has to leave today after tonight's ball game. 1 ball, no strike now to Wingett, and here's the pitch. That one is lifted into left field. Left fielder backing up, and it is over the fence, but it is foul. What a great hit there by Wingett. Ball just kept tailing away from the left fielder as he moved to his right and over the fence, but it was foul. So the count will now go to 1 ball, 1 strike. As we do have a runner on at second base with 1 down. Well, Mr. Wingett showing some power there for the scout in attendance here tonight. He's already got 1 hit, a double, and almost, if you could just could have kept that in play. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Wingett as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good cut there by. Excuse me. Count now goes to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Please excuse me. The humidity must have got my throat there. After doing so many ball games during the week, it gets a little raw. That one misses. That one hits Wingett, so he will be on at first base as a hit batsman. So now we'll have runners on at first and skip with 1 down, and that will bring up the catcher number 22, Connor Allen. Unless we have a pinch hitter, which we may. It looks like it's going to number 2 now coming in to pinch hit. And number 2 is Cade Schultz from Wichita, Kansas, 795-pounder from freshman out of Butler Community College is coming in to pinch hit. For Nick Gray, that is. So Schultz, number 2. And the first pitch is ball 1. Swing miss there by Schultz as the count will even up now at 1 ball, 1 strike. We have Riley on at second base, Wingett on at first, and Kate Schultz now pinch hitting. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off there by Schultz over the dugout of the Batcats, as that takes the count down to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gutzendorf pitched a swing and a miss there by Kate Schultz, and he goes down swinging for out number 2. That is the 4th strikeout recorded by Gutzendorf. We'll bring up the catcher number 22, Connor Allen. We'll see Schultz move second base with great reachers. 2 down now. Here at the bottom half of the 6th. Here's the pitch. That one hits the outside corner for call strike 1. So no double strike now to Connor Allen, who is 1 for 2 here this evening. He got a base hit in the 3rd inning, and then he grounded out the second baseman in the 5th. That one misses, and that's going to go clear back to the backstop, so both runners will advance. Moving over to second base will be Wingett, and moving over to third base will be Riley. So we have runners on second and third, ducks on the pond, as they say, with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Connor Allen. And Gutzendorf ready to work on Allen. That one fouled off there by Allen, as the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Like to see Allen get a little base hit here like he did in the 3rd inning. Could possibly score 2 runs. He's on at third base and Wingett on at second. In most cases, the center fielder is usually the fastest guy on the team. So let's see if Mr. Wingett can do it here. Breaking ball misses high for ball 2. Trying to get Connor Allen to chase that up in the I section, but didn't drop down enough. And he stayed off it, so the count will now go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Connor Allen, and Allen goes down for out number 3. That is the 5th strikeout, recorded by Jake Gutzendorf. So the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Newton Rebels, they scored no runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. At the end of 6, it is Great Bend 9 and Newton 1. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels baseball as we go to the top half of the seventh inning. 2 up for the Great Bend Backhats will be the right fielder number 25, Tyler Henry. Spencer Maley getting ready to do his second inning of work. Nine to 1 is the score as we hit the top half of the seventh inning. Rebels need to shut them down here. We get the game continuing. Not allow them to score any more runs. When he batted the right fielder number 25, Tyler Henry. We welcome all of you watching us here on YouTube. The Rebels baseball. We hope you enjoy the broadcast. We know you don't like the buffing, but we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Here's the pitch by Maley. That one just misses inside for ball 1. Top half of the seventh inning. Here's the pitch. That one lifted foul, and Henry really turned on that one, but it is going to be out of play as that will take the now to 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1 now the count to Henry. Spencer Maley working for the Rebels. Here's his pitch. That one just misses inside. May thought he might have that one across the knees, but just a tad low. As that takes the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Henry will be followed by Best and Rogers in the hole. Here in the top half of the seventh inning. And here's Maley's pitch. Then foul off to the right-hand side. That's going to be out of play. And that will take the count full now at 3-2. Maley ready with the 3-2 count. That one hit to the right-hand side. That takes a big bounce. Or hit the, looked like it took a bounce, but he just scooped that up and went out to right field, making the catch out in right field. For Newton was Aiden Corrigan for out number 1. That will bring up second baseman Noah Best. So we do have one down now in top half of the seventh inning. Struck out his first time up. Breaking ball in there for call strike 1. Then he grounded out to the third baseman in the third and reached on a walk in the 5th and it left stranded at third base. Here's Maley's pitch. Ball hit to the shortstop. That's a 2-bouncer to Andrew Brotman. Brotman with another error for the Newton Rebels as that goes into the dugout. And that is the second error of the ball game for Newton. As the runner will now be on at second base with 1 down. Brings up the center fielder before Alex Rogers. What are they doing, Lightning? Looks like we're going to have a delay here. Doesn't look like it's raining, so there might have been lightning near the ballpark. So we're going to have to clear the field. So once again, we are in the top half of the seventh inning. The runner on at second base and 1 down. That will be Best at second base. Rogers will be up. But we are going to have a small delay as the lightning has hit the stadium here or nearby for the safety of the players. We're asking everybody to come on in, get into the dugouts, and see how long this will last. Fans in the stands need to make sure that they're careful. Do have aluminum seating. Definitely don't want the lightning to hit anywhere close to that. So we're going to give you a rundown so far what we have. The Great Bend Badcats have scored 9 runs on 7 hits. And they have 1 error. The Newton Rebels have scored 1 run on 4 hits and have recorded 2 errors. The Great Bend Badcats scored 5 runs in the first inning. It was 5-0. Until the 4th inning, when the Newton Rebels scored 1 run to make it 5-1. Then in the 5th inning, the Badcats scored 3 more runs to make it 8-1. And then the Badcats scored 1 run in the 6th to make it 9-1. Once again, there is the lightning really bad there on the field now. Looks like we may have a storm coming in. So we're not sure whether we're going to be able to continue this game or not. But just need to know that the lightning has really come on here in Newton. And I'll take a look at the radar here real quick just to try to give you an update on what we may have here in the next couple minutes. Oh my, yes.
It's right near Heston and the straight distance to Newton around the airport.
Well, it looks like it's basically all south of us. All right, let's see where our radar starts. It starts at 9 o'clock. It is 9 now. Let me go back here. Yeah, we got a lot of lightning just directly south of Newton and pretty close to us. But all the thunderstorms are in the Wichita area, clear up to Eureka, all the way clear down south to Wellington, Kansas. But there is lightning between McPherson and Newton, which McPherson's about 30 miles or so due north of Newton, northwest that is. But that is exactly what's going on here now. We're going to take a small break. I'll go down and talk to the general manager and see what we can do. Once again, we thank you very much for being patient with us, but we are in a lightning delay here in Newton, Kansas. The score is 9-1 in favor of Great Bend. I'll try to find out whether we're going to continue or not. Looks like it may be going directly south of us here shortly. Looks like at about 9:24. Looks pretty clear about 9:45. So we're talking about maybe, 30 minutes? So, like I say, we're going to take a small break, and we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. Once again, we are in a lightning delay, but looks like everybody's going to be warming up here. They're allowing the pitcher to get a 10-minute warm-up, and then we'll be ready to go. So once again, we welcome you back to Newton Rebels Baseball, and we got about 10 minutes before we get back to action. The score is 9-1, as we are in the top half of the seventh inning. Also need to let you know some other things. Tomorrow's game in Great Bend will not be at 7 o'clock, but it will be at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. start time tomorrow. So we'll be on the air at 5:45 or 5:50. And tomorrow's game again at 6 p.m. on Saturday. Also, don't forget, Sunday we'll be playing here in Newton at 7 o'clock. We'll be facing the Hayesville Aviators. Monday night, we'll be at the Wichita State University X Stadium for the Sunflower Collegiate League Showcase. Well, there'll be two games that night, one by the Newton Rebels, and I'm not even sure who's playing the second game. I haven't even checked the schedule. But the Newton Rebels will be playing at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. Once again, it will not be on the Newton Rebels channel. Instead, it will be on the Sunflower Collegiate League channel. Sunflower Collegiate League channel is where you'll be able to catch the game on Monday night. Game time starts at 5 p.m. I'll be there, but I'll be doing the PA announcing for those two games. So come out and us. Don't forget, on Monday night at 5 p.m. on YouTube on the Sunflower Collegiate League channel. Once again, I was told about 10 minutes ago that we will be playing here shortly. They're letting everybody warm up, and especially the pitchers. The umpires are out on the field now, right at the dugout of the Newton Rebels. When we get back to action, there'll be a man on second base with one down, and the score is 9-1 here in the top half of the seventh inning. If you're just now joining us, I see, there's some people are just joining us. Need to remind you, tomorrow's game, not 7 o'clock, but 6 p.m. on YouTube, Newton Rebels channel. We're still waiting for the pitchers to get loosened up, and hopefully we'll get back in the action. Most of the lightning has now gone south of Newton, and we're hoping to get that this game finished up. The score is 9-1 in favor of Great Bend. I'd like to thank all our sponsors for this year's sponsorship. We have Colonel Tim Mahler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard, the team of Pate and Paul, attorneys at law, Ray Roofing, Cobra Enterprise, and Stuff, and Realty Connections, Don Odom, and Carl Hodges and family. As the Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. Umpires are coming out now to talk to Great Bend. Home plate umpire got his gear ready to go. Notice he has a bit of it off because so here. Temperature still is now 75 degrees, but the humidity is showing 85%. We do have a little bit of breeze out of the east at 17 miles per hour. So it does show that 50% of rain at 10 o'clock. We are now at 9:50, I believe. So we'll see what happens. But after that, it looks pretty clear. Did look at the radar here a little bit ago, and looked like it was basically moving. Look, and here comes the team now. By fact, the Newton Rebels are now taking the field. Looks like we're about ready to go once again with Newton Rebels baseball. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer here for the evening as we go to the top half of the seventh inning. And let's see, Spencer Maley was pitching. We'll see who's coming on to pitch now. Number 55, and that will be DJ Virginie is now coming on the pitch for the Newton Rebels. And I knew exactly who that was, but just wanted to make sure before I announced it. So DJ Virginie is now on the mound here in the seventh inning. And not sure whether I can give you any stats or not because our power went out here for the computers. Let me see if I can find something here. Well, every time I go to a team, it says it can't do it. So I was going to try to give you some numbers on Virginia. Due up now for the Great Bend Batcats will be the center fielder number 4, Alex Rogers. Once again, at second base will be Noah Best. He reached on an error. We do have one down here in the top half of the setting. And Alex Rogers, the batter for Great Bend. So we're back to playing ball. We thank you very much for staying with us. That pitch by Virginia gets by the catcher. And Noah Best moves over to third base as the count now goes to 1 ball and no strikes. Here in the top half of the 7th inning, 9-1 is the score in favor of Great Bend. So Jay Virginia now on the mound, and here's the pitch. That one hits, well, it actually missed, looks like. It was awful close for a strike, but count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. To Alex Rogers. Due up next is Blomquist and Inouye. Here's the pitch by Virginia. That one high for ball 3. So 3-0 now the count. And I know that his parents and grandparents are watching. We want to welcome you. Don't have any information about who you are, and I apologize. Jeannie was one of the players that came in late and has not got that information to me. That one in there for call strike as the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Now to Alex Rogers. Leadoff hitter here for the Great Bend Batcats. Not in the inning, but here for the game. And it's 3 balls, 1 strike. Now Connor Allen going out to talk to Virginia. Like he might have got crushed up just a little bit on that last pitch, or they want to get some things straightened out. Runner on at third base is Noah Best, as we have 1 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. 7th inning started with a fly out to right field. Then we had an error. Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike 2. And that will take the count to full now at 3-2. So DJ Virginia trying to get this second out here of the inning. And here's the pitch by Virginia. That one's high for ball 4. So there'll be runners on first and third now with 1 down. And that will bring up the left fielder number 14, Dylan West. So Blomquist is reached on a walk in the first, reached on a walk in the second, flew out to shortstop in the 4th, and flew out to center field in the 5th. So Blomquist now up there with 1 down, and Alex Rogers, feature at first base, will probably be taken off here. And he goes back, and that ball is back behind the bat, and another run will score as that one goes clear to the fence. And Best scores from third base. Alex Rogers moves to second as we still have 1 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. 10-1 now the score in favor of Great Bend. The 1 ball, no strikes now to Blomquist. And we are next up, followed by spin if they get that far. Here's the pitch by Virginia. Swing and a miss there by Blomquist as the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, we have air conditioner up here in the press box. Man, you cannot tell. It is awful humid up here. Count is 1 out, and here's the pitch. That one misses inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Blomquist. With Alex Rogers on at second base and 1 down. And here's Virginia's pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss there by Blomquist, as that will even up count at 2-2. Good pitch there by DJ Virginia. Well, it looks like we have another new batter. Some 7. Kyle Gates is the pinch hitter. Thank you. Instead of Blomquist, Kyle Gates. 17 and a 14 both will look like to me anyway. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 4. So Gates will be on base. And there'll be runners now at first and second down. And let's see if we got a new batter here. It is number 33 coming in. So coming in will be Kane McGee. Kane McGee, number 33. Get him in the book here. So Gates reached on a walk, and that one in for call strike 1. And down goes no balls, 1 strike. Runners up second with 1 down. We are in the top half of the 7th inning as 1 run is scored. 10-1 is the score. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. That takes the count to 1 ball, 1 strike now. That went into the dirt, so that would be a ball as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. You know, I don't understand why my computer all of a sudden quit working here. We'll figure it out. That one is fouled off there by McGee, as that will take the count now to 2-2. Humidity 86% here in Newton. Two balls, 2 strikes to McGee. And here's Virginia's pitch. Well, actually, he steps off and goes, looks the second baseman back. Rogers. Ten to 1 is the score here in the top half of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. That one misses inside as the count now goes full at 3-2. Rogers is on at second base. Gates on at first. Both base runners reached on base on balls. As the Batcats have scored 1 run with no hits in this inning. There's another ball. That one gets away from the kept clear to the backstop. So all runners, of course, on a ball 4 will advance anyway, but do not advance any further than that. That is the 3rd walk given up here in this inning. That will bring up the shortstop, number 7, Zane Spinn. With 1 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. 10-1 the score. And right now the New Rebels are playing for a double play. Try to get out of the inning. Here's a pitch by Virginia. That one misses inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Now to Spinn. Rogers is on at third base. Gates at second. McGee on at first. Here in the top half of the 7th. And here's a pitch by Virginia. Misses outside for ball 2. Well, there's no place to put Mr. Spinn. So Connor Allen goes out to talk to DJ Virginia. Try to calm him down a little bit. Virginia is from North Hollywood, California. 6'3", 215 pounders. Went to Mole Park College, where he's a redshirt sophomore. So everybody back at home at North Hollywood, California. Mr. Virginia says hi. And Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Zane Spinn as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Base is full with 1 down here in the top half of the 7th. 10-1 the score. Here's Virginia's pitch. That one is fouled off there by Spinn, and that would take the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, those of you joining us as we made it back after break, I think 9:15 when we went off the air in that vicinity. We were off for a while. Here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 3. So the count go full now at 3-2. And Mr. Virginie, you got no bases open. You got to throw a striker. As the count is full, and here is the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Zane Spinn, and he goes down swinging for out number 2. The first strikeout recorded by Jay Virginie. So we have 2 down now, and that will bring up the third baseman, number 15, Nico Baumbach. Baumbach this evening is 1 for 4 as he struck out in the first inning. Grounded out to the shortstop in the second, got a base hit and scored a run in the 5th, and then grounded out to short in the 6th. First pitch to him is inside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes now to Baumbach here in the top half of the 7th inning. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside. Now gets away from the catcher, goes clear back, lets the run will score from third base. Both base runners will advance from first to second as McGee. Gates moves from second to third, and coming in to score is Alex Rogers. The score now 11-1 in favor of Great Bend as they have scored 2 runs here in the top half of the 7th inning. That was a ball, so the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. That one in there for a strike. So the Bad Cats have scored 2 runs to make it 11-1. And here's a pitch that misses outside. As now the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. We do have runners on at second and third now, with 2 down. As Virginie struck out the Spin for the second out. And here's the pitch. That one misses way outside, and that one gets away from the catcher. And another run will score from third base. That will make it 12-1, with a runner on at first and third. As that ball forward to Baumbach. Baumbach. He'll be on with another walk. And here comes head coach Brett Clark, and we have a pitching change now, once again for the Newton Rebels. Coming in to pitch.
This pitching change is sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. Now pitching for the Newton Rebels.
I think that's Wallingford, but I'm not sure. We'll see who it is that is coming in to pitch. I've not seen a number yet. Yes, it is. The number 18, Ryland Wallingford, is now pitching for the Newton Rebels. Couldn't tell if that was a 16 or 18. So Ryland Wallingford now pitching for the Newton Rebels. A pitching change is sponsored by Ray. They have you covered. Ryland has been the designated hitter this evening. So Virginie went 2/3 of an inning. As he faced 5 batters. gave up walks and had one strikeout. 3 runs have been scored here in the 7th inning. Make it 12-1. Brings up the catcher number 19, Jet Forrest. So we do have runners on at first and third. 3 runs have been scored. That pitch by Wallerford misses outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Forrest. Actually, we already had 1 strikeout, so Virginia gets credit of 1/3 inning. And count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss there by Forrest. And the count will now go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. 12-1 the score in favor of Great Bend, as they have scored 3 runs here in the top half of the 7th inning. Now Wallerford steps off. And he's ready to go now. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off to the right-hand side, as the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Thank you for bringing foul balls back.
Here on a Friday night in Newton, Kansas. Once again, our game time tomorrow is 6 p.m. instead of 7. That one fouled off there by Forrest, as the Newton Rebels travel to Great Bend for the game 5 of this 5-game series. They try to get another victory. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for Cole, strike 3. What a great pitch there by Ryland Wallerford. That just put Jet Forrest on his heels, and he goes down for out number 3. But not before the Great Bend Bobcats. They score 3 runs. No hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. At the end of 6 1/2, it is Great Bend 12 and Newton 1. And we'll be right back. And we welcome you back to Newton Rebels ball as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. The Newton Rebels need some base runners if they want to keep this game alive.
Now pitching for the Great Bend Bobcats, number 28, Evans Hendricks.
Trying to find out the number. This is number 28 now coming in to pitch for Great Bend, number 28, Evan Hendricks. So Evan Hendricks now in the ball game on that delay that we had. Here in the 7th inning. Once again, if Newton Rebels do not score, then they will win on a run roll, as the score is 12-1. If they do not score a run, that is. 2 up is the pitcher, number 18, Riley Williford. Music.
Cut the music.
So we are in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And Wallingford up. Hendricks now the pitcher, as the count now goes to 1 ball and no strikes. 12-1 is the score here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Ball hit right back up the middle for a base hit there by Ryland Walliford. Wallerford records his first hit of the ball game. That will bring up the left fielder, number 7, Justin Barnes. Barnes is 1 for 2 here tonight.
Now batting left fielder number 7, Justin Barnes.
And Hendricks ready to go to work. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled off to the right-hand side. It's going to be out of play as the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. Once again, runner on at first base as Wallingford reached on a base hit up in the middle to center field, recording his first hit of the game. That is the 5th hit of the ball game for the Newton Rebels. And here's the pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. So that takes the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike to Justin Barnes, left fielder this evening for the Newton Rebels. They need base runners here if we want to continue the game, as they are down 12-1. And here's the pitch. That one hit right back up the middle. Second baseman's going to step on second and go to first base. The first baseman's not able to hang on to it, so it will be unassisted for at second base for the first out. And then we're going to have a fielder's choice at first base as Barnes will be at first. That will bring up the right fielder, number 20, Aiden Corrigan. Corrigan is 1 for 3 here this evening, as he got a base hit in the 5th inning and was left-handed at first base. So 1 down now, and Corrigan ready to go. That one check swing there. Says that he goes, so the count goes to no balls and 1 strike. We're ready to go. Here it is. That one just misses outside. That will even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the 7th inning. The Rebels need to score some runs, or the ball game will be over. They need to score at least 2 runs. And we have a timeout. Timeout as there's a ball now in the play. And here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike 2. And that will take the count now to 1 ball, 2 strike. Good pitch there by Hendricks. He hits that outside corner. So 1 ball, 2 strike now to Corrigan. And here's Hendricks' pitch. Swing and a miss there by Corrigan. That ball gets away from the catcher. That since there was a runner on at first base. Moving on to second base is Justin Barnes. So now we have 2 down here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That will bring up the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Brotman.
Now batting for the Rebels, shortstop number 1, Andrew Brotman.
So Andrew Brotman out now with Justin Barnes at second base as he took off on the swing. And the ball got past the catcher. With a runner on at first base, the Corrigan was automatically out on that 3rd drop strike. Hendricks is talking to his catcher now, trying to get some sign clarification by Forrest. That one in there for call strike as the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. So no ball strike now to Andrew Brotman, who's 0 for 3 here tonight. And here's the pitch by Hendricks. That one hit to the right-hand side is going to be out of play. As the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. It's going to run her on at second base with 2 down. 12-1 is the score. I'd like to remind you that we will be in action tomorrow at 6 p.m. on the air, approximately 5:45. That one just misses The count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Andrew Brotman, the shortstop for the Newton Rebels. And here's the pitch. That one fouled back by Brotman. And the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch there by Hendricks. Breaking ball stays the pot as the count now goes to 2-2. Barnes on at second base as he reached on a fielder's choice and moved over to second with the strikeout by Corrigan. Swing and a miss by Brotman, and he goes down swinging, and that is the ball game. With the final score, the Great Bend Badcats 12 and the Newton Rebels 1. Well, don't forget about our player of the game. Our player of the game will be Trey Wingett. Will be the player of the game. I'd like to thank all our sponsors. The Colonel Tim Marler family in honor of the Kansas National Guard, your home team. Always ready, always there. The team of Peyton Ball, the attorneys at law, working for you. Sponsored by the pitching chain, sponsored by Ray Roofing. They have you covered. A doubles was sponsored by Cobra Enterprise, Store and Stuff, and Realty Connections. Home runs were sponsored by John Odom and family, proud friends of the Newton Rebels. Also, the great play, or the player of the game, is sponsored by Carl Hodges and family. The Rebels tradition continues since the year 2000. So our player of the game this evening will be Trey Wingett, who was 1 for 2 here tonight. Got a double and an RBI, scored the only RBI here this evening for the Newton Rebels. He'll be coming up here shortly. Like to remind you that our game tomorrow in Great Bend will be 6 p.m. 6 p.m. start time tomorrow at 6 p.m. We'll be on the air at 5:45. But we're not sure whether we're going to be able to get Trey Wingett up here or not for the player of the game. They're out there having a meeting, and I'm sure Coach has got some things to say to the players. We did inform him that he was player of the game. Normally when we do that, they do come up, but so we're not sure. But anyway, the game tomorrow starts at 6 o'clock out of Great Bend, as it is game number 5 of the 5-game series. I'd like to remind you that on Sunday, the Newton Rebels will start a 5-game series with the Hayesville Aviators. That first game is at 7 o'clock on Sunday here in Newton. So we'll be on the air at 6:45. And then on Monday evening, the Newton Rebels will not be carrying the game. It will be on YouTube under the Sunflower Collegiate League. Once again, game time on Monday will be at 5 p.m. on the Sunflower Collegiate League channel on YouTube. And then we'll be in Hayesville on Wednesday and Thursday, have a break on Tuesday, and then finish at home on Friday. So I don't think Mr. Trey Wingett is going to be coming up here. So we do apologize to the parents for not having him here. But we'd like to thank all our sponsors, thank all our host families for sponsoring our kids here this year. All right, looks like he's not going to make it, so we're going to call it for tonight. Once again, we'll see you tomorrow evening at 5:45 from Great Bend, Kansas, if weather permits. And then we'll be back home on Sunday at 7 o'clock against Hayesville Aviators. Thank all our sponsors. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, along with General Manager Mark Cavallo. On behalf of him and the whole staff and management of Newton Rebels Baseball, we wish you a good night. We'll see you tomorrow night from Great Bend. Game time starts at 6 p.m. The Newton Rebels lose 12-1 here this evening. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night. You've been watching Newton Baseball.